Today is the 1st of June, 2015. We're at the New York State Military Museum in Saratoga Springs, New York. My name is Wayne Clark. Sir, for the record, would you please state your full name and date and place of birth, please?
Salvatore, Joseph Fiato, and what else?
Your date and place of birth?
October 27th, 1923 in Albany, New York.
Did you attend school in Albany?
Yes.
And did you graduate from high school?
No, I didn't.
Okay. All right. Did you drop out to go into the service?
Well, I was in open air school for 3 years. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not.
Undernourished children.
Okay.
I went there for 3 years, and those 3 years I didn't advance in school. I stayed the same.
All right.
Grade.
Okay.
And when I got out of there, I went to Hackett Boulevard Junior High School, and I left after the 8th grade.
Okay. And what did you do from the time you left till you went into the service?
I worked as a soda clerk, and after that, I worked for the Roosevelts depot.
Oh, okay. Yep.
They were building warehouses.
Yep. I remember that.
And that's where I had my lunch after Pearl Harbor. I had my lunch that following Sunday at the Roosevelts depot.
Okay, let me just go back a
Yeah,
little
you got
bit.
your eyeball.
No, that's all right.
Up.
The attack on Pearl Harbor, do you recall where you were when you heard about that?
Absolutely. It was Sunday, and I usually go down to the drugstore on the corner of Madison and Pearl Street. That's where all my friends were. And I got there that morning, and one of my friends told me, "Did you hear?" I said, "No. To hear what?" "The Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor." I said, "Where the heck is Pearl Harbor?" I said. And that's how I knew about the attack.
So that happened on December 7th of 41. And I heard you say earlier you went into the service 3 weeks afterwards?
3 weeks afterwards, I was in service.
And
I was underage, but I had my friend sign my mother's name on it.
Okay. Now you went into the Navy.
Yes.
Why did you pick the Navy?
Because my brother did a stint in the Navy.
Okay. Now, did you have any family members going back to World War I that were in the service at all?
3 brothers.
3 brothers in World War I?
No, World War II.
World War II, okay. But did you have a father or grandfather that had been in the service back in World War I?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So you picked the Navy, and you went in 3 weeks after Pearl Harbor? Were you shipped out right away?
I went to Great Neck recruiting to do my training.
Okay. Great Lakes?
Great Lakes.
Okay. Was that your first time away from home?
Yeah, any period, yeah.
Okay. What was that like for you?
Oh my God, I don't know.
You could eat.
Kind of hard to explain.
Was there anybody there with you that you knew from the Albany area?
There was a couple people, yeah.
Okay, so that made things a little easier?
Well, we never saw each other.
Ah. So what was basic like? Did you learn? You must have learned about boats, and you must have learned how to fire a weapon. And
No.
No.
Mostly drilling,
Drilling, okay.
yeah.
A lot of marching.
And all I know is that the food that I received,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I never had food like that in my life.
Uh-huh.
3 meals a day.
3 squares a day,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Big
and
deal.
beans and everything. And I remember one time I got in line, I went through 3 times.
Oh dear.
So you were happy to be in the Navy?
At first, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. So your basic training, did that last 8 weeks? 12
About
weeks?
that, I don't remember exactly,
Okay.
but about that time.
Okay. Now, when you went in, you were there during the winter months for basic January and February. It must have been pretty cold out
Yeah.
at the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Okay. And the barracks you were in, did you sleep in bunks or hammocks or
Hammocks.
hammocks? Was that hard to get used to, sleeping in a hammock?
Yeah, it was a little hard, yeah.
I imagine it would be. Now, once you finished your basic training, you went on to some sort of training besides that, didn't you, to be a signalman?
When I got my ship, that's when I started training.
Oh, okay, so it was basically on-the-job training?
Yeah,
Okay.
but when I left the Great Lakes, I went to San Diego. And I stayed there for about a month.
Okay.
And then from there, we took a train to Treasure Island in San Francisco.
Okay.
And we stayed there about a month and a half or so.
Mm-hmm. What did you do during that time period?
Hardly did anything,
Uh-huh.
yeah?
You just waited for a ship.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I got my ship right there.
Okay. Now, the ship you got, what was the name of that ship?
USS Humphrey.
And you have, I understand you have some pictures. Do you want to hold these two up right in front of you and explain?
Which one came first?
Yeah, that one is the, shows
This
the
is what I
original.
went up to.
Now, that's the ship there, and you mentioned it was originally a World War I?
World War I destroyer.
Okay. All right. And show us the second picture where it was converted.
Well, 6 months later, we were converted to this.
Okay. Now, were you with the ship when it was the World War I ship?
Yes, for 6 months.
Oh, could you hold that up again? I want to try to zoom in on it a little bit. Okay. All right. Got it. Now, were you considered a plank holder? Did you ever hear that term?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, a plank holder is someone that was with a ship from basically the first crew on the ship when it was built. I know that was an old ship, but it had been refitted, so I was just wondering if you were considered a plank owner.
You mean when it was built?
Well, when it was rebuilt.
Oh, I was there, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Now,
We went to Alaska, you know.
no, I didn't know that. So that was basically like a shakedown.
No,
Trip?
we went up there for duty.
Okay.
When I got onto my ship at Treasure Island,
Mm-hmm.
no sooner we went underneath the San Francisco Bridge,
Yep, the Golden Gate.
Golden Gate, I started to throw up.
Okay.
And I haven't stopped until I got out of the Navy.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. So you went to Alaska,
Yeah,
and is that where you began your training as a signalman? Or did
no.
you? Okay. What did they
We
have
went
you?
up there, we did a patrol duty.
Mm-hmm.
We screened larger ships for submarines, you know.
Okay.
And we made one landing at Adak Island. But when we got there weren't any Japanese.
Okay. Now, what was your job on the ship at that point? What did they have?
I was a deckhand.
Okay.
I couldn't make the adjustment. I had one heck of a time
Mm-hmm.
making the adjustment.
Okay. But was the food still good on board ship?
I didn't care about food. I was too sick.
Ah. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, what happened next? I mean, where did you end up next? After
Well,
Alaska?
we were up there for 6 months. Then we came back down to Mare Island, near San Francisco.
Okay.
They're gonna redo our ship to this.
Oh, okay. So when you first went to Alaska, it was still the old World War I ship.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
It was reclassified as an APD-12.
and this was the APD-12.
Okay. And
APD means transport.
all right. Once the ship was refitted, is that when you began your training as a signalman?
When I went down South Pacific, and then I was asked to come up to the bridge to
Okay.
learn my trade.
Okay. When did you end up going to the South Pacific?
When what?
When did you go to the South Pacific?
Oh, I don't remember the,
Was it
just as soon as they finished,
okay? Was that late 42, early 1943?
Late 42.
That's
Late
right.
42.
That's
Okay.
right. You got it right.
Okay.
It says it right here. Guadalcanal, Sal, you went to Tulagi?
Okay. Were you involved in any of the island invasions?
about 19.
Okay. Do you want to tell us about your first experience with that? With the island invasions? Which was the first one you went to?
I don't recall the first one,
Okay.
but it's mostly in South Pacific, in New Guinea,
Mm-hmm.
and all the islands around there.
Guadalcanal, Tulagi,
Guadalcanal, Admiralty Islands,
New Guinea.
Carolina Islands.
Oh, you really got around.
He went all over in there. Philippines, Sal? You were in the Philippines?
We liberated the Philippines.
Okay. Were you ever under attack, direct attack by the Japanese?
We introduced the kamikazes.
Ah. What was that like?
Nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Was your ship hit at all by the kamikazes?
No.
Okay. And did you see any other ships be struck or attacked?
We were in a convoy going on to another landing,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a big cruiser was up ahead of us, maybe about 300 or 400 feet ahead of us,
Mm-hmm.
and we were being attacked by kamikaze planes.
Mm-hmm.
And on our starboard side, the kamikaze came, and he came, and he was almost upon us, and all of a sudden, with all our firepower,
Mm-hmm.
we got him.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few minutes later, another one came.
Mm-hmm.
These are torpedo planes.
Okay.
Came, and he came right in front of us. He made a big move, of the cruiser.
Oh, boy. And that was the end of the cruiser?
No, that wasn't the end of it.
No?
Damage by the Roosevelts.
That was it, yeah.
Okay. Was that the only incident with kamikazes, or were there other incidents
There
too?
was other.
Others, all right. And you were also involved with the attack on Iwo Jima?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were headed up to.
I didn't spend too much time there
Mm-hmm.
in Iwo Jima. We were sent there to patrol Suribachi,
Okay.
not
No,
making
sorry
sure
about
no Japs come in or leave.
that. Mm-hmm. Now, did you end up on land at all, or did you?
I didn't, no, I was
Okay.
not. Usually, we will participate in landing troops
Mm-hmm.
when that was our job.
Mm-hmm. What was the worst landing that you had seen out of all of them?
The worst,
Hmm.
Iwo Jima.
You are? Okay. All right. Now,
But I wasn't participating in that.
Mhm.
I came in halfway in. See?
Okay. Now, your job was up on the bridge with the captain as a
Yeah.
signalman.
We went to, one of the islands we went to was Los Negros
Mm-hmm.
Island. You ever hear that?
I did, yes.
Okay. Well, when we landed there, a couple of our boat crews, when I got near shore, they got riddled with bullets.
Mhm.
One was killed, and another was wounded. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I was up on the deck with the captain and everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and I heard the captain said, "Yeah, they've got two of our boat crew, two of our men." And he was, I don't know what, I just don't remember exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I says, "Captain, I'll volunteer." I said that to him. And he looked at me wide-eyed. He says, "Okay, you go ahead." So I took the place of one of the guys that got killed,
Mhm.
and took the rest of the Marines over.
Mm.
That's that metal.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we used to talk about.
Okay. Do you want to, for that action, you received the
Ron Star.
Bronze Star with the V
Yeah.
for Valor. Do you want to just hold that up and just let me zoom in on that? I don't know if I can pick up the writing. Let me try. Okay. I don't know how legible this is going to be. But okay. All right. Okay, I got that, sir.
What's that?
All right.
Mm-hmm. It's all set though.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep,
Got it
you
back?
got it.
Gee, it's a good thing I brought it along.
Yeah, right?
Oh.
That's okay.
It's nice to have a wife and secretary, right?
Kind of. Helps a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. And actually, while we're doing that, let me have you hold a couple of these other photos up. And you can tell us approximately when they were taken. If you want to
I
hold.
don't know.
Huh?
I can't tell you when.
Okay.
they were taken.
All right. Well, just you want to just hold them up in front of you, and I can.
This-
Yep, I can zoom in on that.
17 or were you 19 there, so I can't remember what you told me.
No, I
18
wasn't
maybe?
17 there.
You were? No?
Probably a little older than that.
Yeah.
Okay, got
Right.
that one. Hey, you haven't aged that much. Of course, your hair has gotten a little lighter.
A little.
Okay, I got that one.
Try your next one to the south.
Which one you
Oh,
want?
in the frame. And then one in the frame.
The frame.
And you got your little pictures. Yeah, that's it. This one was with a real smile.
Oh, that's when I first went in there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
very
didn't
good.
know what war was.
Okay, all right, I got that one.
Okay.
And your other little.
How about the little one there?
Pick up your little, yeah. That's a good one, Ted.
Okay, that's a good one. And you also had that little photocopy,
Of his card.
your card. You want to?
This,
Yeah?
Yep.
I lied about my age so I could go in a bar and drink like a sailor.
Okay, let me see if I can. All right, got that?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoops, hold on. I lost the focus here now. There we go. We're back in focus now. Okay. All right. So you brought the troops into shore, and
What?
you took over the boat and brought the troops in, and you.
I didn't do it. I was one of the crew that took it.
Right. Okay.
They gave me a Tommy gun, they gave me a sidearm, and I got in and took them ashore.
Okay. You were under fire, obviously.
Yeah, we were under fire.
Yeah. And was anyone injured or wounded on the boat that you were
No.
on? Okay. All right. So you got back on board ship, and where did you stay in that area for a while, or did you move on to a different area?
Maybe a couple of days, there's no more than that,
Mm-hmm.
that we took on.
Okay. Did your ship take any wounded on board at all?
Always, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wounds,
And you moved them to a hospital ship
Yeah.
somewhere usually? Okay.
and
Now,
we buried some
oh,
at sea too,
oh boy, okay.
yeah.
Did you spend any time ashore any place? Did you get any leave time at all?
In Saipan,
Mm-hmm.
whenever we can go, whenever there was a lull, then the ship would, the captain would give us liberty, whatever island we were,
Mm-hmm.
and we could also bring a couple of bottles of beer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we did it.
Okay.
One time we were at one of the islands, I don't know what it was. We had our beer and then we took a trip in the island there. We saw a path. We followed that path for quite a while. And all of a sudden we came on to a village.
Uh-huh.
And in the village, I told you about that. In the village, there was a woman. She had a big cauldron of hot water, and she had a stick, and she had clothes in there, and she was,
Wash your
dipping
clothes?
it. So all of a sudden we started to talk. Among us, there was three of us. I wonder what she's doing, and I said, I don't know, so forth. And all of a sudden she spoke English. And we were surprised. How'd you learn to speak English? Missionary.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hmm. Now, did you ever get to see any USO shows at all?
Maybe a couple
Mm-hmm.
in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, did you see any celebrities at all that you can recall? Any movie stars?
They were there. I don't recall.
Okay, all right. And do you recall hearing about the death of President Roosevelt?
Yes.
What was that like?
Well, I was up on a bridge
Mm-hmm.
there one day, and a radio man came out of his shack. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He came out, and he sent me a signal. President Roosevelt died.
Dale, you said he
He
sent
told me
he sent you a signal. Was it by semaphore or?
by semaphore.
Okay.
He knew semaphore.
Yeah.
President Roosevelt.
That must have been a shocker.
Yeah.
And he died just before the war ended in Europe.
Yeah.
But you were in the Pacific, so the war hadn't ended for you.
No.
And was there talk about ship about invading Japan, the main island at all?
I never heard of it.
Okay. Now, were you still in the Pacific when they dropped the bombs
No.
on Japan?
No. I eventually got a medical discharge.
Okay. Was that because of your seasickness?
No. No, just my lungs.
Mm-hmm.
And I got July 25th, they gave me.
Oh, okay. So the war ended in August, and that's when they had dropped the bomb. So were you already stateside
Yes.
in July? Okay.
San Francisco, you said? Oh, you said you were south?
August, I was home in August.
Right,
Okay.
okay.
All right. Did you ever, being that you were in the Pacific Islands, did you ever have malaria or dengue fever, anything
No.
like that? Okay. You just had.
But I got PTSD from that,
Mm-hmm.
from what I hear.
Okay. All right. So you were discharged in July in San Francisco?
In San Diego.
Or San Diego. All right. And from there, did you go back to New York State? How did you get back? Did you get back by train or?
Train.
Train, okay. All right. And how long had it been since you had seen your family?
Oh, maybe about 2.5 years.
2.5 years. How did you correspond with them during the war? Did you write letters, or did you ever get to call home?
I was awful,
Mm-hmm.
on writing.
Uh-huh.
I did.
Okay. All right. You were discharged. You went home. Did you join that 5220 club at all?
Yeah. I was at hairdressing school.
Okay. So the 5220 club was an unemployment insurance. So you probably made use of the GI Bill then too.
GI Bill, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to school to be a hairdresser?
Yeah.
Was that for women or like a barber school?
It's another bar for women.
It was for women, okay. So you became a hairdresser. All right. How long was that school for?
For 6 months.
Okay.
And then I took a postgraduate course in New York
Okay.
for another 3 months.
Okay.
And that was it.
Oh, all right. So you had a career as a hairdresser?
Yeah.
And how long did you do that for?
About 30 years.
30 years. And did you eventually have your own shop?
Yes.
And whereabouts was that?
About
Western Avenue. Well, we had two shops. We had one on Lark Street in Albany,
and one on Western Avenue.
one on Western
Okay.
Avenue, Stuyvesant Plaza.
Okay, what was the name of your shop?
The New Yorker hairstylist.
Okay. All right.
Then he owned a restaurant.
Ah, where was
Taco
the,
Prano, next to Stuyvesant Plaza.
what was it called?
Taco Prano, near SUNY,
Okay,
on
yes.
Western Avenue.
Oh, yeah, I know where,
He owns that.
oh, gee, I've been there a number of times.
Yeah?
Ah,
Yes, that's his. And now it's, the building is now Starbucks, coffee.
ah, okay.
Mhm.
Wow, sounds like you had a pretty interesting career there. Okay,
And he owns a farm in the town of New Scotland with 100 acres.
do you really?
Yes,
Wow,
yeah, near Five Rivers.
okay.
hmm
Now, is it an active farm? I mean,
Well, it's active in the sense that there's a barn there, but it's not animals.
okay.
Okay, it's hayed by the local farmers.
Okay,
things
so
like
you
that.
basically lease
Yeah,
it out.
yeah.
Oh, nice,
Mhm. Mhm.
very nice.
Mhm.
Okay,
He had 5 children.
all right, any
Good thing we
grandchildren?
brought her along.
11.
11 grandchildren.
And he has
Wow.
3 great-grandchildren.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm.
All right, now, did you ever attend any ship's reunions at all?
A reunion,
A
Sal, for your
reunion,
ship.
Navy reunions?
Geez,
When you were with Kale, did you ever go to a reunion, honey?
No, I don't think I ever did.
Okay. We went to some kind of a gathering at some time, like maybe almost 20 years ago. He
Okay,
and I went to a gathering, and it was in Albany. And I forgot exactly where it was. I apologize.
okay,
But-
no, that's all right.
No,
Now, did you stay in contact with any of the guys you were in service with?
No.
yes, you did.
Who?
Mickey.
Oh,
Mhm.
they were
Not like a heavy, but you stayed in contact for years. You saw him.
every 20 years we
Right.
call each other.
Right. But
That's-
still,
that's not-
Yeah,
yeah, that's
to me,
staying
that's
in
not
contact,
being
is it
in
not? Yeah,
contact.
Yes.
that's considered, yes, it is.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Huh. Did
Yeah.
you join any veterans groups like the VFW or the American Legion at all?
I joined American Legion, then I dropped out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not,
He did his ski.
what?
He did ski. He wasn't
Ski shooting.
into, yeah, for Sal, the organization was not so much something he did a lot of,
Okay.
but yeah.
All right.
We
And
visited.
then, but then again, I did join this.
Yes,
Okay.
and we went to the ceremony that's the national
And
monument.
that was down in Washington, D.C.?
We went to Washington DC for the Patriot flight about 2
Okay.
years ago,
Okay.
and that was very nice.
Yes, I've heard that's a very nice trip.
Yes,
Yeah.
wonderful. I
Mm.
recommend anybody who's been in service to do it for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
As a civilian, quite the something.
Hmm.
What else? Iwo Jima, we went down there to the kind of the acknowledgement of this monument that was built there. And it says
The
national. I don't know, just, it's a national monument that's down there in Connecticut. That's how it's worded.
Okay.
So whether it really, in fact, is considered their national, I don't know.
Now, I'm going to have you just hold up that ribbon bar, because each one of those stars is a battle star. So let me see if I can zoom in on that. Yep. Yeah, just hold that up in front of you. I may. Okay. Okay. That's about the best I can do with that. But that just gives us an idea of all the.
He has another one too, doesn't he?
Well, at the end.
Yes, I
eight,
think.
8 battle stars
Well, I don't know.
at the end.
Yeah, it looks like you've got about 8.
Look, yeah. He's got some-
These two ribbons here are actually on that ribbon bar.
7 battle stars, Sal.
7 battle
That's
stars,
what it
okay.
says, yes.
All right.
Mhm.
Now let me just ask you, how do you think your time in the service changed or affected your life?
Changed my life?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sure you went from a teenager to a man pretty quick.
Like I said before, I had one heck of a time making that adjustment.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think you would have gone on to hairdressing school had it not been for the GI Bill?
No, I wouldn't have gone if
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't for a GI Bill.
Okay.
A friend of mine persuaded me to go with him because his sister was a hairdresser.
Uh-huh.
And I said, no. And finally I gave in.
Uh-huh.
And he never completed it, and I completed it.
Uh-huh.
And he went to New York City.
New York City.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounded like you had a wonderful life and a wonderful career. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I think I like when we
Australia.
liberated the Philippines.
Yeah, oh, yes. Yep, tell us about that.
We were, well, every one of these operations, we usually go in a week or so ahead of time
Mm-hmm.
to prepare the invading forces. Yeah?
Yep.
And the same way with Leyte in the Philippines. And when we landed in Leyte, General MacArthur was right alongside of me.
Oh, you actually saw him, huh?
Yeah, he was in a ship right alongside me.
Uh-huh.
He came and he walked ashore. Before that, we were attacked by a bomber. And the bomber was about maybe 200 feet from our ship. And we all were shooting at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we shot it down. I'm a firm believer that we shot the bomber down.
Mm-hmm.
And what else?
Yeah, any other incidents you can recall? Certainly. We'd love to have them on tape.
And then when we made the landing on Luzon,
Uh-huh.
so the captain gave the mess boy food so he can go ashore and see his family and bring them food.
Oh.
I remember that.
Hmm. Now, you say a mess boy. Was he just a...
Well, they're like Filipinos
Yeah,
that took care of the officers.
I see. Okay. Hmm. Now, what about...
How did they acquire those people? How did they acquire those people? Those Philippines, they just
It's easy.
pick them off the island and say, come with me?
there was probably like a central point where they'd have to interview these people first, I'm sure, and
We have a base in
yeah, a base where they'd be
Yeah.
hired on base and
Got
then
it.
Yeah.
sent
Now I
out to
get it.
different
Okay.
ships.
I was wondering, like, how'd that happen? Okay.
Did you guys have movies at all aboard ship?
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And you slept how many people, Sal? How many people high
Uh,
in your hammocks?
Or hammock, maybe about 3 or 4. I can't remember.
Hmm.
But
3
you
or
couldn't
4.
roll over.
Once you got into your sack, I couldn't move.
Oh,
So I did most of my sleeping on top side.
yeah.
Tell them how the lip saved your life on the boat.
Huh?
Top ship. The lip on the ship saved your life.
Oh, yeah, we were. On our ship, there's a little lip all around the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and we would stand guard our night watch. And it was stormy one evening, really stormy. And I remember the boat, the ship, went that angle. And that little slip saved me from going into the sea.
Yeah.
Now, were you in any of the typhoons that they had?
Yeah, yes,
Mm-hmm.
especially the one going down to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call it? The reefs?
Oh, the Great Barrier Reef?
Yes, that's a stormy ride.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I know the Navy lost a few ships in some of those typhoons, ships being capsized.
Was it close? Did you feel like you were going to capsize a lot, Sal?
When?
Whenever. Did
Oh
you
yeah,
feel
one
like
time the ship listed so far that it took quite a while to get back. And we were wondering if it's ever going to straighten out.
Gosh, no wonder you were seasick a lot.
I'm thinking about this. I'm like, wow.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Okay.
Any other stories at all?
Australia.
recall?
You just
Well, if I
went there.
sit here for another
Yeah. Oh,
2 or 3 hours, I
Yeah.
probably can think of more,
All right.
but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much for your interview.
okay.